Welcome back to DBL. What if you could turn back the clock to solve some of the world's greatest mysteries? Well, that's exactly what Laurence Fishburne is doing in his new show. Jeff caught up with him earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Laurence Fishburne, thank you so much for joining us here on Daily Blast Live to talk all about history's greatest mysteries, which I watched last night. I have a lot of questions for you. But first, I got to know, Laurence, for those of you who don't know, your first role was on Apocalypse Now alongside the great Martin Sheen. And it turns out, while you are on set, you actually saved his son Emilio from drowning. Now, I want to know, did you ever get a thank you phone call?
Oh yeah, I got a mention in a book actually that Martin and Emilio co-authored called The Way.
Wow. So was there like a life debt between you and Emilio? Does he still owe you a big favor?
No, we settled that a long time ago. We're very, very close, and we've we essentially kind of grew up together over there.
Well, I love that, and very nonchalant about it. So, good man, Laurence Fishburne. So, for your new series, History's Greatest Mysteries, Laurence, it's diving into mysteries like Roswell and the Titanic. But for me, the greatest mystery, which the first episode is all about, is D.B. Cooper. So, here's the big question. Do you think D.B. Cooper survived, and will they ever catch him? I don't want any spoilers, though, for the first episode.
Well, that's the great thing about this show. I mean, it deals with these incidents that you kind of know about, but that have never been clearly answered or defined. And there are all kinds of people who you meet on the show who have been investigating things like Roswell and the Titanic and Shackleton Ship. To try and get to the bottom of it and shed light on it. And they do, in fact, shed a lot of light on these subjects. But the Cooper thing, I think the most interesting sort of question is not just did he survive, but is he alive and just walking around free somewhere?
That's the question on my mind, too. You were only 10 years old when that famous D.B. Cooper hijacking took place. Were there any other famous? Right. Yeah, were there any other famous cases that you were interested in while filming this series that came up?
I mean, I was always kind of interested in the Titanic thing, like I think most people are, just because of the size of the ship and what that represented during the time in which that ship, was on its maiden voyage. I mean, this thing was the latest in technology. It was built to be able to, deal with icebergs and waves and all kinds of stuff. And it could not, withstand the forces of nature. So I think we're all kind of fascinated by that story.
Now, the real question is, do you think Leo and, is her name Grace from the Titanic, could have both fit on that door? That's the question. Rose. That Leo and Rose could have fit on the door from the movie Titanic?
Yeah, I would hope so.
All right. That's just an eternal question. All right, before I go, I wanted to tell you, one of my favorite characters, you have so many, Laurence, over the years. It's too many to count. But Jason Fury Styles from Boys in the Hood, I don't know why. I would watch that movie growing up 100 times. I got to know, Laurence, one of my favorite parts in that movie. Is the song Ooh Child by the 5 Stair Steps really one of your favorite songs?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, listen to this song. I love this song.
Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are getting brighter.
Of course it is.
Absolutely.
How could it not be?
That's one of my favorite parts of that great movie, Laurence.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. Laurence, thanks for taking the time, Mr. Fishburne. Thank you so much for chatting with us here on DBL. And everybody, don't forget to catch History's Greatest Mysteries this Saturday night on the History Channel. Again, thank you again, Laurence.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll be right back, everybody.